You want to get into the questions?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go for it.
Okay, I'll read it first. So, question number one. Who is the most underrated and overrated character in Naruto? So, I think. Okay,
Are
so
we do,
this
are
is
we
weird.
doing post time or Shippuden with like or even both?
We'll do all of it. So, Naruto plus Shippuden. And it's crazy because I've spoken to Wolf about this in a previous episode already. Um, so, there's a bit of overlap I can see here with a few of the questions. But this is a Naruto special. But do you want to go first or should I?
I'll go
Okay,
for post time skip. So the first part of Naruto.
okay.
I think some might hate me for the second part, but I think underrated Shino, the
Oh,
bug
yeah.
boy, and
Yo, Wolf said the same thing.
overrated. I might get a bit of stick.
Okay.
Gara, tad bit, and from the tuning exams, one of the coldest characters you
I
ever
agree.
see. But after that, we put him in a pedestal for no reason. And then after when you watch into Shippuden, that what first happened to him?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
it's
they did
it's
that. Yeah.
it's too high for me. It's too high for me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, was it Naruto Shippuden episode 1, the very first time? And it was Tamari and Shikamaru. Naruto just landed in the village again. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm a Chunin. Neji's a Jonin. And they were like, wait, what? If you're joining, then where's Gara? And boom, cutscene, Aura farming. There's no wind in the sand village ever.
Behind
But
Sasuke,
Gara's cape is flying, and he has a Hokage's cape on. So they put him on a pedestal. You're right about that. But you're saying it's overrated. Okay, so I can see the glow down aspect of it. Like he was cold. Like, the way he was acting, or the way he like stood out to everyone, he differentiated himself to every other person in the original Naruto. And then obviously in in post time skip, Shippuden and everything, he sort of like died down the hype, and then he got caught and captured,
after
so
it
that
became
made him.
Kazekage, just like
Yeah,
when you heard Kazekage, oh damn,
yeah,
this guy was one of basically an equal of Naruto's became a like the head of his village at what
yeah.
at like 15 or 14. You're thinking, oh, he must be like powerful,
I think it's 14. I'm pretty sure it's 14. The
and
start
then
of Shippuden.
for all of it to get stripped away, and after we don't see him that much, so his feats are like are some minimal.
Mm. I think
He gets a lot of like boosted points from when we saw him earlier in the Chunin exams. I think.
Yeah, I think it carried on. He had some sort of like legacy and hype, and it carried on to Shippuden, and then he kind of fell flat on his face with the Deidara thing, with the super big bomb, the paper bomb, whatever it was, and he protected the village, but that sort of exhausted his powers. And then obviously he got captured and taken. The one tail got taken out of him. He lost points there. He lost aura and hype around it. But I think the one that you should have seen my face. You might see it when it gets posted. Well, I just face palmed as soon as you said Goro because I have like 5 people in my top five Naruto characters ever. And Goro is one of my top five Naruto characters ever.
You don't
And
get
it's
twisted.
mainly
He's
yeah,
cold. He's
yeah,
cold, but you know, a lot of the stuff that he's done, and a lot of, and the spiel he gets online and stuff, he doesn't.
yeah.
He's not.
He does get hyped. He does get hyped. But so I think the reason why he gets hyped, and I guess you could say definitely overrated, is do you know the war arc, that hella long arc, the one scene that from Naruto Shippuden that I like one of the most, like a top three scene for me, um, would have been his
Oh,
speech.
yeah, I was about to say when
Yeah,
he walks ahead of like Kakashi and the Puchikage and Raikage just uniting the entire ninja
eighty
army.
thousand. Yeah, bro, 80,000 people. It's 400 years of fighting, right? They've had like 400 years of fighting since like forever ago. The first Hokage tried bringing it together, and he was the closest, and that was like a whole 60, 70 years ago. Since then, there's been nothing but war for 60, 70 years. They hate each other's guts. There's been war constantly. Zoro comes out of nowhere and then gives that my friend speech, like, oh, they're targeting, what's it called, the enemy's targeting my friend. And he's, the only other, like, Jinchuriki, blah, 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 talks. And then he, says, oh, I'm too weak to fight alone. I need all of your help. So, rage with me if you're gonna give me your strength. Every time I listen to that, bro, chills, goosebumps everywhere. It's
That's
insane. I'm
something a
like,
world
damn.
leader would say, man. If a world leader
Exactly.
said that,
Bro,
I'm backing him.
he's I don't think he's 16 yet.
I'm backing him. You have all these elderly men behind him, and they can't do nothing. But you have
Yeah.
this one 15-year-old who's
Exactly.
in front of the whole army saying, "Let's unite."
It's insane. It's like that like to end the speech as well. He says, "If you can't forgive the Sand Village for what you've done, then come fight me yourself." He's telling everyone in the 80,000 army, yeah. So let's assume that there's five villages and a few like samurais, right? 80,000 people. That's like what 66 to 70,000 enemies, and he's saying, "Yo, pull up, bro. If you hate the sand, pull up. I'll fight you, and you can take your anger out and the rage out." He's 15. I don't think he's 16 yet. Because I swear Naruto turned 16 during the war when they
He
beat
turns
Mother or whatever.
16 after the whole thing with Kaguya.
Oh yeah, it's
That's when he
like
turns 16.
Yeah, Kaguya is gone, and then Sasuke. Then obviously, spoiler, he betrays everyone as soon as Naruto's 16th birthday happens, bro. That's why I like Goro. I know it's like he can be overrated because he's definitely highly rated. Um, yeah, he's one of the highest rated characters in the series. They're just cold, I think. But I do agree with your point that early Shippuden he fell flat on his face. But yeah.
Oh wait, I completely forgot. Shino,
Hmm. Oh, we forgot about
PTS, and
underrated.
literally PTS, Shino. Come on now. There's something about mysterious characters that just
Hmm.
drew you in, and his whole thing bugs, and he just act like, I want to say the word cold a lot, but he was just like he was him for a bit. I'll be honest. Even especially in the Sasuke revival arc,
Hmm.
he was moving like MVP for no reason.
You know what? He's one of those characters. He just shows up. It's weird, right? And it's weird to compare him. Have you watched One Piece?
I did, and then I stopped when they swapped bodies in the filler, and
Okay,
that was 2015.
but so Shino is it's weird. It's a weird comparison. I don't think it's ever been made. I've spoken about it a few times with a few people. He has like a one-liner or a two-liner. He stands there with his hand in his pockets, standing all cool, and then he doesn't need to say anything anymore. And he rarely gets overpowered, like truly overpowered. He reminds me of Shanks. Shanks
Shanks.
has
Oh yeah, I
one
know what you mean. Yeah.
line every 200 episodes and is the most hyped guy. We don't even see the man's face. We see red hair flying in the wind a bit, or the back of his cape, with his that like sword that he has on his left, like a falchion, whatever it's called. 5 seconds per arc. That's all that Shanks get, and he has the most hype in the series.
It's because the way he looks. It's the character. That's it.
Mm.
He just he's just him. Some
It's just
characters
him, bro. Yeah.
they just have that. Some characters just have that.
And I'll be honest, we spoke about this last time, me and Wolf. We spoke about Shino and like Rock Lee being underrated as well. And Rock Lee got done dirty so badly at the end of Naruto Shippuden and in Boruto. It's just disgusting the way
He got
they
under.
treat him,
I
bro.
wouldn't. I was gonna put him underrated, but then
Yeah,
everyone says Rock Lee. Everyone says
yeah. Everyone
Rock
says
Lee.
Rock Lee already. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's kind of
It's to the point in a way is
classic.
he really underrated anymore?
Probably not, because people found that he's underrated, and then everyone started rating him higher
Yeah, like
again.
he's not really underrated anymore if everyone's rating him.
True. Fair enough. But yeah, I would have to agree with Shino. I had Shino and Rock Lee, and I had overrated Orochimaru. That was my guy that I had overrated last time I spoke. I think I spoke, it was episode 2 or 3 of the podcast. The reason I said Orochimaru is for the standard of hype he had, him and the three Sanin, and I'm not sure it's a case of bad writing, but did he actually achieve anything of like, no, if that makes sense. So I was looking at it, right?
Shino.
Not Orochimaru. I said he's overrated.
Ooh.
So he's a child genius, right? Part of
Yeah.
Hiruzen's team, the three Sanin, obviously. Said to be the strongest out of the three. At least the smarter of the three. And I think most people have him above Jiraiya, even with Sage Mode for some reason. Like, I see a lot of, like, strongest characters on Naruto list. Tsunada's ranked the weakest out of the three. Then it's Jirai, then it's Orochimaru, because he's just more crafty, nifty, and he's the type of guy to stab you behind your back type guy, right? And then I thought to myself, what has he actually achieved, this guy? He had
It's
the mark on Sasuke, okay, that made Sasuke stronger. Sasuke then proceeded to kill you, okay, and then you still use the mark against Itachi. Orochimaru came out of nowhere with his snake skin. Then Itachi used the what's it called, Tatsutsuka blade, against you and
um
absorbed all your energy. Then you came back and revived the Kage for the war. I skipped a lot, I know. Which is a great thing he did. He was on the allied side, and then he just became a weird guy in Boruto, and he has like a kid, or at least a creation, I think, in Mitsuki for Boruto. And then I was like, damn, this guy really just didn't do anything. He got pitched by Itachi like 3 times because
do
Itachi
you know
just kept
what?
saying,
It's
yeah,
it's cause like his feats, a lot
yeah,
of them are kind of like like manga and novel like stated stuff like
mm,
his proficiency in like I don't want to say dark arts, but that's kind of where it is with the
yeah,
jutsus, like how he can steal bodies, making techniques such as the curse mark. I don't think it's exactly stated in the anime, but he's a snake sage. That's why like he has a I think a natural proficiency for like chakra when it comes to like uh a sage and how they can just draw in chakra
yeah.
like the toad sage how they can just draw into chakra and, like naturally and amplifies
From
their
like
power.
the atmosphere, basically.
Yeah,
They absorb it and you see the blue lines.
the problem is with Orochimaru, he he got nerfed throughout the thing. He couldn't use remember he couldn't use the arms, so he couldn't
Yeah.
use any jutsus. But even still, he had to swap bodies, and even still, he couldn't do nothing. And then I think his biggest feat ever, which might be bad to say, but it's probably
The third Hokage.
either killing the third Hokage
Yeah.
or reviving the previous Hokage and turning a new leaf and becoming good.
Which is funny because he revived Hashirama and Tobirama to fight the third Hokage.
Yeah, just to
Like he
bring him
couldn't
back
do it
again.
himself. Exactly, just to bring him back again. Like, I don't know, man. I think it's weird because he was stated to be so strong, and then he got beaten by Hanzo. Hanzo beat the three of them, the Sanin. They lived to tell the tale. Hanzo was meant to be a Kage level. So they tell me three of these guys got bitched by one Kage level character. And then you get older and stronger and smarter, and you lose to Minato. You don't become Hokage, even though you were meant to get elected. Then you
Yes,
try
I
take
forgot.
over Sasuke.
Orochimaru has a because he lost against Minato
Yeah, and
in
then
the
he was
Hokage
so
race. I
bitter
completely
about
forgot
that.
about that.
And then there was the Sasuke issue. That when he was in Katsuki, he threatened Itachi and spoke to him about Sasuke. Itachi just looked at him once, got him in a genjutsu, tied him up in his own snake, or whatever that was, traded places. So you're telling me he tied himself up? Because he thought he was tying up Itachi, but he wasn't genjutsu. So, bro,
Yeah,
it's just,
he had
yeah,
a serious boner for
the kids.
what the dojutsu of the Sharingan. He just wanted that
He
body. He
wanted,
wanted a
yeah,
proper vessel in it.
yeah,
That's
that's
why
true.
he was chasing Itachi and then after he found out that Sasuke was his brother, he chased Sasuke because he's not chasing
Because
any other Uchiha. They're all in the grave.
true, yeah. Itachi just, destroyed them all. But yeah, so overrated. I have Orochimaru. Who do you have overrated again? Gara.
For Gary, yeah.
Yeah, and then underrated. I have
Shino.
Rock Lee, and then you have Shino. So yeah,
Yeah, Rock Lee's is an obvious one. Everyone knows why he's
I know.
underrated.
But yeah, I think he just got done dirty. But yeah, this is crazy because we've spoken for 16 minutes or 17 minutes now, and we've only done one question out of 10. So I think I
Yeah.
might have to break this up, and we might just do 5 questions today, and then 5 questions
Audience,
another day.
crack open a 7 Up or a Sprite or Saturday and get popcorn. This is gonna be a long day for you. Lot. Good content for you, lot,
Uh,
though.
True, this is gonna be like at least an hour and 45 minutes, which is insane.
Yeah,
Um,
because
do you
I'd
have
split
anything
up.
to do
Remember,
tomorrow?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay,
think
then we
so.
could just wrap this up then. Let's do question number two. Why was
Oh wait, I
Naruto?
forgot about what's it called? I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to give my answer for Shippuden and thing. I'll just go quickly.
Yeah.
Shippuden, I think underrated. Yamato
Okay.
came with Kasha left over and helped
Mm.
Naruto pretty much develop his wind style jutsu. Overrated, Orochimaru.
Let's go. Yeah. I was talking to like 5 people, and they never brought up Orochimaru. And when I spoke about it, they're like, oh, "Yeah, you're right. He's failed. He's a failure." And then everyone
It's
disagreed.
because man he done nothing, man. He done nothing.
Yeah.
Like in PTS, he was such a scary antagonist. You're thinking, wow, like he won at the end of the show basically. Like he got Sasuke.
Yeah, you won, literally.
And then Shippuden comes. The first part, oh, he's still a scary threat. He made Naruto go into the Tailed Beast mode. And then after that, he just goes away.
Yeah, he's kind of useless. But yeah.